Hello, and welcome. Thanks for joining. Hey guys, sorry I'm a little bit late today. It's been a pretty hectic day, but things are moving. Hello. Things are moving around the office. We are getting ready for the New York store to be open. A lot of stuff got shipped out today, so I know the boys in New York are working very, very hard to get the store organized and nice. The neon sign went in today, so if you guys are in New York, check out 123 Grand Street. The neon, I don't know if it's powered on yet, but it's at least in the window. So you're going to check out this glorious neon sign that we just put up. I think it's going to be really, really eye-catching for anybody who's going to walk by that shop. Hello. What else did we do today? Today I did a podcast with the good people over at, Ben from Cobbler.com. A lot of people have been asking me to do that podcast, so I delivered. I'm going to have that uploaded at some point on this weekend, so you're going to be able to check that out on our YouTube channel. And what else has been going around the office? I've been trying to do a little bit of house cleaning, finally trying to get back into my office. So I'm halfway there. So I should be back into my office finally next week, and our showroom can become a showroom again instead of just a junk pile of all of my things. You can see I've made a little bit of progress there. So progress. I like progress. Next week I will be in New York getting the store ready, and we should be up and running Thursday or Friday. So big news for us. Our store is finally going to be open, and I can't wait to see you guys there, and for you guys to come and finally be able to shop for us in New York City. So that's all of the housekeeping updates for you guys out there. How has everybody else been out there? Looks much better than when we came on a tour. Than when my office or I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know. Stop by the Chobani Cafe. It's close to your spot. I don't like yogurt. And I've actually been to that Chobani spot before because my wife does like yogurt. So I will be in there probably, but not for myself. When does the King of Slub come out? Next Friday, the first, I think it's the Weird Guys in stock. Measurements are going up this weekend. We're going to have shrink tests. All that information up for you by next week. So you're going to be able to make the right decision when picking out your size for the King of Slub. We also posted on tateanyoko.com on the blog section the release calendar for the balance of Fall Winter 18 releases. So you're going to be able to know when everything is coming in. We've got Street Fighter Round 3. That's coming out on the 31st of October. And we also formally announced the rules for the Akuma lottery. So how to purchase the Akuma jeans. It's not going to be available, for sale in the conventional manner. You're going to have to be selected to buy. And so the information and instructions on how to be selected are on the website now. So you definitely want to check that out if you're interested in the Akuma jeans. Wearing my double RLs, eating lunch. Well, that's great. Thanks for joining us. It was a few years ago. Josh showed us around. Oh, right on. Yeah, well, there's a lot of changes since then. So the office has gotten a lot, I think, a much more improved. Especially with our denim floors here. Check that out. How can I apply for a job? Send us a resume. But excited to see you in New York next week. Yes, I will. I will be there. I have to book my flight and all that stuff, but I'll post some information out there. What else is going on? Hi from Tess and Gil. Hello. And thanks for watching, by the way. I appreciate it. You have the Street Fighter Round 3 in New York launch. It will be there for the 31st. So it will launch the same day as everybody else. So yes, it will be at the New York store. I have to double check. Actually, I probably have to ship it still. But round 1 and round 2 Street Fighter, whatever we have left in stock, I'm going to send some units out there as well. So if you're looking for the Blanka, the Guile, the Chun-Li, you'll be able to find it there. as well. Are the online orders made in the USA shipped in the US in the future? No. We just...
Winston, please call 228. Winston, 228.
They're not, and there's some... because the Canadian store is the Canadian store, and the American store is the American store, and the Canadian store is like where our main warehouse inventory is. And the New York store is not going to have that much inventory because it's a small store, so everything is going to ship out. If we were shipping everything out of New York, we just wouldn't be able to keep up with the orders and have enough inventory in the store at the same time. So the fulfillment of orders will come from Tate and Yoko, and Tate and Yoko is our Canadian division of retail, and Naked and Famous Denim New York is like our American division, and they are, siblings in a way, but they're not connected. And we're also, just as overview of our entire company, none of our departments kind of talk to each other. So we're in the middle of implementing new, computer systems that make our store talk to our warehouse, talk to our accounting and all that stuff. We do a lot of manual processes around here, and we're modernizing. We're getting up to speed, and so there's a lot of stuff coming in. And once our systems are in place, maybe down the line we're going to be able to do something like that. That is ship out of the New York location. But for now, the New York location does not ship. You got to go to the store if you want something from New York City. Otherwise, you can shop online at Tate & Yoko, and we ship internationally. Have you guys considered a relaxed tapered cut with a low medium rise? Not yet. I don't know if there's enough demand, we'll certainly look into that. But we've found that the higher rises have the easy guy and the strong guy, that's really where a lot of people are looking at in terms of fit these days. So we're kind of focused on that. But absolutely, if there's ever the right amount of demand, we will make that offering. Will there be a rainbow re-release? There is a green core denim that's coming out in the spring. So not the rainbow core, but a green core denim that fades to dark green. Well, it's not going to be dark green, but it's actually like a Kelly green. So anyways, you guys will see it very soon when I start to show off the spring summer stuff a little bit more. When does the left-hand twill jacket come out? And what's up from Chicago? Thanks for joining us. I believe the end of October, we have that left-hand twill jacket coming out again. Check the release schedule, but I'm pretty sure it's the end of this month. And we're getting two deliveries of that. I think half the delivery comes in at the end of October, and the other half of the delivery comes at the first week of November. Super excited for the Honda pants. I'm glad you are looking. We're gonna actually post some more detailed product images of the Street Fighter stuff coming soon, probably next week, so watch out for that. Easy Guy brown duck canvas. Yes, if it's not out now, it's out soon. We in fact, all of our core fabrics are going to be available in Super Guy, Weird Guy, and Easy Guy. So watch out for that. I don't know why my Weird Guy Elephant 7 feels looser than my Weird Guy Nightshade, despite being the same size, having the same measurements. They may not have identically the same measurements. Your Nightshades do have a little bit of stretch in them, so they do snap back a little bit better than a 100% cotton jean. So maybe that's something. Maybe that's the reason for it. How can you make so many different jeans and be so particular? Other brands have a business plan so different than yours. Yes, other brands do have a business plan different than ours. I don't know. We just kind of do whatever the heck we want, and some people, maybe they design something with a customer in mind, and I'm not saying that we don't, but for the most part, our design concept is we make it because we like it, and if it just so happens that a lot of our fans out there happen to like what we like. So, we're not really restricted in that sense. So that's really how we operate. If we want to make it, we make it. And if you guys like it, then that's great. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. That's no skin off our back either. Can't wait for the King of Slub. Yes, coming very, very, very soon. I can't wait for you guys to be wearing them and seeing how they evolve. I hope you guys have enjoyed some of the fade pics that I've posted up, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can do to those as well. How many days are you staying in New York? I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm there probably Tuesday till Friday or Thursday. I'll be in there. I'll be there for a couple days. I just don't know which days yet. I will keep you guys posted. Maybe if you're in New York City, you come by the shop, check it out. I probably won't let you in because I want to make sure it's all done, but I'll definitely come out and say hi, and maybe we'll get a coffee. What's a good denim for Southeast Asia backpacking trip? I don't think you're going to want to wear something super heavy. And it depends what you're doing. I mean, if you're hiking a lot, my general advice, especially if you're going somewhere warm, wear something loose. So maybe something like the Easy Guy or the Strong Guy is going to be a good option. Something a little bit lighter weight, maybe 11 or 12 ounces, something, light or standard weight. That'll pretty much get you through almost any environment. The looseness really helps with the humidity. You feel much cooler wearing a looser pair of jeans. So maybe that's something you should look into. Will you have a selvage denim for the fall winter? I mean, we have a lot of selvage denims for the fall winter. Maybe you reword your question. I'm not really sure what you're asking me about with that one. Wore my Kasuris today for the first time. Very comfy. Color's amazing, especially outside of the natural light. Very unique jeans. Looking forward to the fades. Us too. I actually have, if you guys want to see, I do have to post some better pictures of this, a pair of faded Kasuris. They were processed the same way as the King of Slubs. So if you want to see what maybe 10 years or more of wear is going to look like on a pair of Kasuris, right here. Let me put these on the floor, make it easier for you guys to see. Let's check that out. Cool, huh? You can still see the streakiness in the denim, and it's super faded at the same time. Got the repairs here as well. And that's the inside. So there's some inspiration for you. I'll have some better photos of these up. I keep saying everything next week, but I'm going to be in New York next week. So actually, all of the stuff I said is going to happen next week will probably happen, but not everything is going to happen because I won't be here the whole time. Will there be a Koba denim in the future? That would be a fun thing to make. For those of you who don't know, Koba is Sierra's dog, and he accompanies Sierra every day in the shop. And maybe we should make some dog jeans. That would be fun. Can you guys post those day and night fade pics? Yes. You know what I'll do? I will take home. Okay, you guys tell me. I'm going to take home the Kasuris this weekend, or I'm going to take home the day and night, and I'm going to post some fade pics. You guys tell me which one you want to see the most, and I will do the one. Will you have selvage shirt for the fall winter? We do not have any selvage shirts for the fall winter. No, we don't. Any plans on M. Bison re-release? There is no plans for that. That said, the reason why the Akuma is getting re-released was because we actually found an extra roll of fabric in our warehouse. So, if I happen to find an extra roll of M. Bison in the warehouse, I will probably re-release it. But I don't think that there is, but then again, I also didn't think that there was any Akuma left. So I will have to check and see. Besides Nordstrom's, I saw another store that was selling the Ken Street Fighter 2. Yeah, like we shipped all of the like we're shipping, and we've shipped and are shipping all of the Street Fighter jeans to our retail partners around the world right now. So the thing is, not everybody listens to instructions. So the reason why I put a release date was so that everybody could release them at the same time, so that nobody's kind of jumping ahead of each other, to capture the sales. But not everybody listens, so there are probably people who've released things before we've instructed them to. That's just the way of the world, I guess. So if you're able to snag one early, then all good for you. But there's not much I can do if somebody does go ahead of our street release date. I tell them to hold off, and if they listen, they listen. If they don't, then what are you going to do? Most people listen, but department stores are sometimes a little bit harder to arrange like release dates and things like that with, and even when you do, there's so many people down the chain that information doesn't get relayed, so it's a little difficult. Hey Steve, how's it going? Everybody here, Steve here, our store manager at our New York store. Kasuris are so sick, you're so sick, and thanks for all your help today with getting the store prepared. In fact, guys, we will have the New York store is going to have its own Instagram. So the guys there, they're going to be showing you all the new releases, all the greatest products, all the fades that walk into the store. So you definitely want to tune into them, and I will have that information up soon. You definitely are going to want to follow our good boys there in New York. Is it hard to repair the jeans after getting holes? Not at all. It depends on the size of the hole. Obviously, if the hole is the size of a basketball, it's much more difficult to repair. The sooner you can make a repair on a jean, the better. Just like with your health, you want to take care of yourself before you get really sick, because it's easier to manage that way. New York store tour next week, absolutely. Recommendations for a first pair of purchase. Generally, I like to recommend the left-hand twill selvage because it's a great basic jean, dark indigo, rigid, 13.75 ounces. So tough, not the toughest, not the lightest, clean dark indigo, super classic. If you want a little bit of stretch, because some people who are getting into raw denim for the first time, they're not used to that like really crispy denim. Try the deep indigo stretch selvage. Dark, dark, dark. And it's got 2% stretch, so just enough so that when you break them in, they're not super crunchy on you. Is it difficult to repair jeans that have the yellow thread hem loose? Mine got snagged somehow at the bottom of the right cuff. No, if you're talking about repairing the cuff or like the hem line, take it to any tailor shop can fix that for you. So that's not difficult at all. Go for the Weird Guy Natural Indigo. That is also a great choice. A little bit more of a reddish tone to the blue in that Natural Indigo color. I love my Elephant 7s. I'm glad you're enjoying them. If all the Naked and Famous jeans made to date, which ones, in your opinion, have the most beautiful, dynamic, stunning fades? Working hard on my Deep Indigo Selvage, but it's taking a while. The Deep Indigo Selvage do take a little bit of time to fade, but when they do, they're glorious. That was actually, it wasn't my first pair of Naked and Famous jeans, but it was the one that I wore the most when Naked and Famous first came out. I think I bought before I even working here, I bought 4 or 5 pairs right away. I was super obsessed. And of the 4 or 5 pairs that I bought, the Deep Indigo Selvage in the Weird Guy, that's the one I wore the most. And they get this really, really nice electric blue fade. They're very special. As far as which ones have the most beautiful, dramatic, stunning fades, there's been so many. In fact, today I packed up 70 pairs of jeans, of faded jeans that are going to the New York store for the Wall of Fade in New York, and I went through so many, it's hard to pick one. Because every time I see, to me, it's not even the more damage they get, it doesn't even matter which fabric it is. I really like to see really heavy, worn-in rips, tears, repairs. To me, that's what really makes a jean stand out the most. But I don't know. That's a hard question for me to answer. I don't actually know, and I don't. Well, it's not that I don't. I don't know because I can't name one. I don't have a particular favorite. I do like a lot of what we've made. So that's a cop-out answer, I know. The King of Slub release has been torturing me. Believe me, it's been torturing me. I've been wanting to have these out for weeks, but our factory is packed. And it's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong. But our factories are working at full tilt, trying to get as much product out as possible. And we're actually over capacity, which is a great problem to have for a factory. But because of that, some things that I want to be here sooner are not here when I want them to be. So I apologize for the wait, but it will be well worth the wait, I assure you. Any promotions or raffle type stuff planned for the New York store opening day, and will you have hemming services there? No particular promotions there for the day, and we will have hemming services there. I'm pretty sure the Union Special got delivered today. So we will have we'll have chain stitching available on site. We had a new beautiful table set up. So as far as promotions and things like that, I'm not really sure yet, but we will. And it's not going to be first day, but we are working on some special edition product that will only be available at the New York City store. So stay tuned for that, and we'll try to keep some limited special edition stuff just for New York, for those people who keep you coming back, check out all the new stuff, and for those people who are really interested in having something super rare and unique, we will definitely be able to cater to you. Are the thermos in navy in? Are the thermos a navy in color or black? They are a dark navy. Friday at 5 p.m. New York store next week. It's plausible. It's plausible I do this from New York next week, so I'll keep you posted. Any idea on the fades for the Hunter stretch selvage? No, I don't have a faded example of those. But I am looking forward to see how those fade. That's all I can say about that. Will you start posting fade pics for future releases? Yes, I want to start doing this. I definitely believe it helps out with the customers trying to make their decisions. Now, of course, these are processed. These aren't naturally worn, but it does give you an idea of what they can become. So, you have to take it with a grain of salt when we show you this type of stuff, because it's not actual wear, but it is actual potential. So, my deep indigos have a year in and look still new. You gotta wear them more. Will the Ken Denims red fade to white as well as the dye wears over, let's say, years? So what's going to happen is you're going to have the external facing fabric, so the indigo part, that's going to fade to white. The red on the inside, that's going to kind of show through on the front face of the fabric, but it will fade to white with like a red undertone. If you ever break or rip the fabric, that's when you'll start to see that red yarn show through. How did the Weird Guys change over the years? Was it a tighter fit than before? The pockets got a little bit bigger, and the rise has increased a few times over the years. So it used to be a little tighter, maybe a lot tighter back in the day. When we started, I think very slim fits were very, very popular, and the Weird Guy, it evolved, and I think it has evolved to the point where it's really perfect right now. And if I were to do anything, in the realm of Weird Guy, it would be a different fit. Like somebody earlier was recommending like a lower rise or a low medium rise with a wide leg. So yeah. Will you guys post the King of Slub with shrink measurements? We will. We won't have exact shrink measurements, but we will have percentage shrink. So we're going to wash the jeans in like extreme conditions, and we're going to calculate the percentage of shrinkage rate, and then we're going to apply that calculated percentage to the measurements to give you an estimation of where they will be. Now, again, with unsanitized jeans, it's not an exact science. The way we wash our jeans are going to be different from the way you wash your jeans. So we're going to try and do it at the most extreme level so that we get the most shrink out of it. And, if you don't hot wash them, if you don't hot dry them, they're going to shrink at a different rate. So those are some things you have to keep in mind with unsanitized. You have to err on the side of caution. Always buy them a little bit bigger than you need them to be. Wearing a belt, that's no problem. But some people try to get their jeans to be as skin tight as possible, and that's going to be very difficult with an unsanitized pair. My blankets are starting to fade a bit now. Worn regularly since the initial release. When do you think the green from the rope dyeing is going to start coming through and faded pairs kicking around? Well, the denim itself, so the indigo on the outside is green cast, so it has a little bit of green in the dye. So I think you're going to start to notice them being more and more green the more you wash them, actually. So when they're ready to be washed, take some photos, and then take some photos after. You're going to see how much more green they will become. As for faded pairs, I'm sure it's going to be, probably in the next few weeks, we're probably going to see like the first, really faded pairs starting to appear on the online and on the message boards and things like that. Any other guy do you have planned for future releases by guy, other fits? No other fits at the moment that we're working on for men. I'm a 31 weird guy. 31 weird guy. What should I get in super guy? 31 weird guy. You should get the 32 in the super guy. But check the measurements. Because not every super guy is the same. Any winter jeans? We have the Thermo Stretch, which is like a heat insulating jean. Any more info about the new super heavyweight? The E-Honda denim, I will have more information posted next week. Is it worth soaking in the tub to wash, or just throw them in the washer with no spin cycle? I'm the kind of guy who puts pretty much everything in the washing machine, and no spin cycle to ensure that they don't get like that. If you put them in the spin, you risk getting these weird depends, if you like them, but you can get these kind of spider vein looking fades because that wet denim is getting banged around the machine a lot. So be gentle when you're putting any of your jeans, your raw jeans, in the machine, whether it's wash or dry. Woolite black, somebody's asking about what kind of detergent to use. Woolite black would be a great idea. What's King of Slub exactly? Well, the King of Slub is a super heavyweight, super textured denim. It's the most textured denim you're ever going to see. And when you see it, you're going to notice an incredible difference between this denim and any other denim you've ever seen. I know, for example, they just hit our warehouse a couple days ago, and our warehouse guys were coming up to me telling me just how incredible, how beautiful this denim was. These aren't, they work in our warehouse, they see jeans every day, but they're not jean enthusiasts the same way, me and you guys are. So when even maybe an average consumer can take a look at these and say, wow, this is really special, I know that the denim heads out there are really, really going to appreciate what's happening here. Can you explain the term dead stock means? I've heard it mentioned, the label on my Shinobi jeans, that they were made from dead stock denim. So, dead stock, whether it's fabric, whether it's clothes. So, when a manufacturer makes something and they stop making it, whatever is left over of that, whatever it is they made, that is considered dead stock. For shoes, sneakers, and the word dead stock happens a lot in the sneaker community. So if Nike makes a model of shoe and they stop making it, the retailers or maybe collectors, people who still possess that shoe that is no longer being made, it is a dead stock shoe. So in with regards to this denim that we call it the dead stock denim, that fabric was no longer being produced anymore. And we actually bought it many, many, many years ago. One thing Brandon and I often do is sometimes we just buy really interesting fabrics because we like them, and there's never really an intention to put that jean into like mass production. Maybe like for example, the Shinobi jean. I think we bought that fabric and we just made jeans for ourselves. Like I had a pair and Brandon had a pair, and that was it. So we had enough fabric to make that denim, that production run with the amount of denim that we bought, and yeah. So that's what dead stock is. It's fabric, shoes, clothing, apparel, anything that is no longer being made. Like like I collect movies, for example, and in the movie world, like if you collect Blu-rays or DVDs, they call them out of prints, so OOPs, so dead stock, out of prints, that type of stuff. It basically means the manufacturer no longer makes it. I'm wondering why you don't produce chino and ready for dyeing pants with vegetable colorants, for example. You are super guys. I know you can do super things. We will be producing more chinos. As far as like with vegetable color dyes, yeah, that's an option. Definitely an option. We've done vegetable dyed product before. We've even done a wine dyed product before. So we're no strangers to vegetable dyes or even fruit dyes. We made some fruit dyed shirts a couple seasons ago, which were really nice. Any recycled yarn jeans coming? We had the recycled denim that was out in the spring of spring-summer 18. We don't have any new recycled yarn type products coming in the near future. But probably again one day. So hyped for the Hondas, especially with the winter coming. Yeah, I think they're going to be perfect for the winter. And of course, E-Honda, Sumo Wrestler, Sumo Weight, Heavyweight Selvage Denim, perfect match. I love my Naked and Famous Frank and Oak Twisted Wefts. Any plans on more collaborations? We definitely have more collaborations coming up. We have the Kamikaze Attack collaboration coming up very soon. And we also have some secret collaborations that I can't tell you about yet. But here's what I'll tell you. There is one super incredible, unbelievable collaboration coming up, and I will announce it on Christmas. It is a Christmas Day present to the Naked and Famous Denim world. I really haven't talked about this at all yet, but it's gonna be amazing. That's all I can say. Weird guy. What's the equivalent in the unbranded jeans? You're going to look at the tapered leg. So like the UB201, for example. How do you guys go about choosing fabric? What do you look for? Well, a lot of our fabrics are developed for us. So we tell them what we want to make. And by them, I mean our producers in Japan. And they make it for us. 32 ounce still available. There are still a few sizes available. There is one more production run coming. We're actually, I don't know if we're going to be in Japan. We're supposed to be in Japan. Our schedules change all the time. But we might even be at the factory when they're being made. So I'd love to document it and show it off and show you guys what it takes to make a pair of 32 ounce jeans and the incredible labor intensive process that is involved. So I hope we're there when it happens. And I'm going to be excited to show that off to you guys when and if it does. Do a Dragon Ball Z collab. Maybe. What chemical products you use for your jeans washing process? We don't wash our jeans. Our jeans are all completely raw, so we don't use any chemicals. Santa collab? Yes, let's do a collaboration with Santa Claus. Great idea. What a tease. It is a big tease. I'm sorry about that, but it is going to be it's basically just a giant tease until Christmas, and it will be a fantastic present, I promise you. When's the New York City store opening? Next week. Next question is, what color will the collab be? There will be several. Super uber deep black on black. We are working on it. Okay, guys, I know I'm cutting this a little bit short, but I was a little bit late today, and I got a couple of things to do. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back again next week, whether I'm in this office or if I'm in New York City. I will have another live stream for you guys. I hope for anybody who is out there in New York City next week or who will be in New York City next week, come and check out our new store, meet our incredible staff. It is going to be a glorious day when that store opens. many, many, many years of work. And finally, I remember back when we started, we had one rolling rack, we had just luggage with a couple of pairs of jeans in it, and now we're going to be opening up a store in New York City, the center of the entire universe. Very big day for us, and who would have thought a little brand like ours would be able to do something like that one day. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll be back again with you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Check out the podcast. It's going to go up probably Sunday with me and Ben from Cobbler.com. And have a great weekend. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.